Have you ever wondered what it feels like to walk on another planet? To leave everything you know behind and step into a world that seems to defy reality. Most of us dream of exploring distant galaxies, but what if I told you that you could find that otherworldly experience right here on Earth? I used to think the same way. I'd scroll through photos of Mars rovers fantasizing about alien landscapes. But then I went to Iceland, and everything I thought I knew about our own planet was turned completely upside down. It started with a single photograph I saw online. It was a shot of a black sand beach with these enormous geometric basalt columns rising from the shore like something out of a sci-fi movie. The waves were crashing, the sand was as dark as night, and I just couldn't believe it was real. I thought it had to be photoshopped, but a deep dive proved me wrong. It was Reynisfjara beach in Iceland. That one image sparked an obsession. I had to see it for myself. I booked a flight, packed my bags, and set off on a journey that would feel less like a vacation and more like an interplanetary mission. Landing in Keflavik is an experience in itself. As the plane descends, you're not greeted by lush green fields or sprawling cities. You're greeted by endless fields of jagged, moss-covered lava rock. It's a harsh, alien terrain that stretches as far as the eye can see. It feels like you've landed on a newly formed planet, still cooling and taking shape. That was my first clue that Iceland wasn't playing by the normal rules. It was a world forged in fire and ice, and it was about to show me its true nature. My first real woe moment came when I stood before the Skogafoss waterfall. You've seen pictures of waterfalls, sure, but standing there, feeling the sheer raw power of that water thundering down with a permanent rainbow arching through its mist, it felt ancient, it felt mythical. The sheer scale of it makes you feel so incredibly small in the best possible way. It's humbling. You realize you're just a tiny visitor in a land of giants. This wasn't just a tourist spot. It was a force of nature that demanded respect. It felt like a gateway to another realm. And then there was the ice. I went to the J. Kolsalen Glacier Lagoon, and words can't do it justice. Imagine a vast, serene lake filled with giant icebergs that have broken off from Europe's largest glacier. These aren't just white chunks of ice. They are shimmering sculptures of translucent blue, streaked with black volcanic ash from eruptions centuries ago. They float silently towards the ocean, glistening in the Arctic light. It's a moving graveyard of ice, both beautiful and heartbreaking. As seals swam between these colossal blue diamonds, I felt like I was witnessing the birth and death of a world all at once. It's a profound, almost spiritual experience. You're watching geology happen in real time, but the real moment I felt like I was on another planet was driving through the Highlands. This is the heart of Iceland, a desolate, volcanic desert. There's almost no vegetation, just miles and miles of black sand, strange rock formations, and mountains painted in surreal colors, reds, greens, and yellows from the geothermal minerals. It's so empty and so vast that you can drive for an hour without seeing another soul. You look out the window and all you see is this stark, minimalist landscape under a huge, dramatic sky. It's the closest I've ever come to feeling what an astronaut must feel, looking out at a completely alien world. It's isolating, a little intimidating, but incredibly beautiful. You understand that this is a planet that is still very much alive, breathing and shifting beneath your feet. So, why does Iceland feel so alien? It's because it's one of the youngest land masses on Earth. It sits right on the mid-Atlantic ridge, where two tectonic plates, the North American and the Eurasian, are literally pulling apart. This is a geological hotspot. The island is constantly being created and reshaped by volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, and glacial movements. It's raw, it's untamed, and it hasn't been smoothed over by millions of years of erosion like most other places. You're not just looking at a landscape. You're looking at the Earth's blueprint. You see the powerful forces that shaped our entire world laid bare. The black sand beaches are made from eroded volcanic rock. The bubbling mud pots and steaming geysers are the planet's hot breath escaping from below. The glaciers are remnants of the last ice age, carving valleys as they retreat. It's a living, breathing geology lesson. This constant creation and destruction gives Iceland its unique character. You can walk on a glacier in the morning and then relax in a geothermal hot spring in the afternoon. You can explore a vibrant blue ice cave formed by melting glacial water and then stand on a cliff where lava once poured into the sea. It's a land of incredible contrasts, of fire and ice living side by side. This duality is what makes it so breathtaking. It's a reminder that beauty and chaos can coexist, that creation often comes from destruction. Visiting Iceland did more than just give me cool photos. It changed my perspective. It made me realize how dynamic and powerful our own planet is. We get so caught up in our daily lives, in our concrete jungles, that we forget we live on this incredible, spinning rock that is full of wonder and violence and beauty. Standing on that black sand, I didn't feel like a tourist. I felt like an explorer. I felt a deep connection to the earth, a sense of awe that I hadn't felt since I was a kid looking up at the stars. And that's the real magic of Iceland. It reminds you that you don't need a spaceship to find adventure. You don't need to look to other galaxies to be filled with wonder. There are places on our own planet that can challenge your perception of reality, that can make you feel small and insignificant, yet connected to something vast and powerful. It ignites that spark of curiosity that we all have inside us. So here's my challenge to you. Don't just dream about exploring other worlds. Find the alien landscapes on this one. Maybe it's not Iceland. Maybe it's the salt flats of Bolivia, the deserts of Namibia, or the deep caves in your own country. Go somewhere that makes you feel small. Go somewhere that rewires your brain and reminds you of the incredible, untamed beauty that still exists in our world. Stop scrolling and start exploring, because the greatest adventures aren't found on a screen. They're found out there, waiting for you to step into the unknown. The universe is right here at your feet. What are you waiting for? Thanks so much for coming along on this journey with me. If this inspired you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more adventures. I'd love to hear in the comments about the most alien place you've ever been. See you in the next one.